Hello, welcome to another Unwrapping. This time it's the original trilogy Star Wars, are now available on 4K again, but with oh, actually got them in the wrong order, haven't I? Where are we? There we go. And as I gather, it wasn't called A New Hope when it came out. That was only later on as they made more and more episodes. But anyway, there we are. It's the new 4Ks. Reason for buying the 4Ks against the Blu-rays is these are all in Atmos. 7.14 Dolby Atmos. You can see there's also the Blu-ray disc in here. They are in Master Audio 7.1, which is also still pretty good. So I think these will probably be better than the original ones. Well, the first three. Because these are quite computerized, and I gather they were 2K filmed back in the day when these were out. So these probably would be upscaled, whereas these were on film originally, and you know how nice film looks when they do it right. And with big films like this, you've got Star Wars is going to look amazing, isn't it? And we're going to have some HDR effects on there, and hopefully they haven't messed around with it anymore. The only thing missing from all these now is the original untouched widescreen. The last time I had that was on video, and they were really good, and I'd really like to still have them so I could actually see it with the original cast in it, because you remember the original Emperor was played by a different chap, especially in the first one. Where, yeah, you see him a bit, don't you? So they had to change all that, didn't they, and put in the new one to tie in with these, didn't they? They had to tie in with this guy and this one's into the old films as well, which sort of was all right because it ties them all together. But at the same time, it sort of, if you went to cinema, I can remember queuing up at the Odeon in Bristol for hours to see the original Star Wars. In fact, we didn't get in. Me and a friend called Scott, I think was about 10 years old, 10 or 11 years old, we queued up and we didn't get into the one we were queuing up for. We had to wait for that performance and see it the next time around. So we were actually outside for hours. And it's one of the few films that I've seen that when it finished, everyone clapped at the end. So it really was that good. It was, I mean, there really wasn't anything like this before this one, you know. This set the pace for everything from then on. So there we go. There's the 4K. There's the Blu-ray and the bonus. I'm imagining they're all going to be pretty similar. Let's have a look at the back. Shame they couldn't have done something with the insides of these, because I don't like them leaving it like that. It looks cheap to do that. Empire Strikes Back, probably my favourite, I think. Empire Strikes Back, because the baddies are winning. Always makes it more exciting. But I remember when this one ended, you know, when they're all on the ship looking out. I was like, no, it can't finish. No. I thought it was gonna. I didn't realise at the time there was a trilogy. I thought they might have made one extra film, this one. And I thought that was going to be it, Star Wars, because who knew back then? And I wonder what it'd be like if David Lynch did do it. So he was working on Dune at the time, which is my favourite film of all time, by the way, even though it has its flaws and needs to be watched more than once to fully grasp what the hell it's on about. You can't watch it once. I remember going to see Dune at the cinema and thinking, what the hell did I just watch? Can you imagine if David Lynch would have done The Empire Strikes Back, how weird it would have been. But I love this one. It's so good. Yeah, that is actually the ending, isn't it? And they didn't see that in the original one. That's what I mean. You can mess around with things. Sorry, mess around with things. That wasn't in the original. You mess around with things a bit too much, can't you? Sometimes. So I'm saying, even if it was Blu-ray, the original, but I'd like a 4K wide screen of the original film, not messed about with all these silly animations and things popped in. I mean, some of them all right. It's when they try and make it funny. That's when it doesn't work. You know, have a little animal fall over or eat something, and you're like, you know. But then I guess you have to remember these are children's films, or aimed at younger audience, but with adults too. But you know, those children like me that watch these age 10 are now grown up and still watch Star Wars. Although I'm not too sure about what's happening now with all these spin-offs and things. What it's going to go like, but at the moment it's still alright. Rogue One. I mean, out of the newer ones, that's Solo as well. But Rogue One, so good. So good. Right, so I'm guessing this is going to be the same. Yep. Once again, 4K only for the main film. A Blu-ray version and some extras, but of course 4K with Atmos. Atmos. So as I say, if you've got a nice hi-fi, oh yeah. And as I said when I was doing some of the others, you might not watch all these unwrappings. I was hoping that these were going to be foiled and embossed to really make them look like something. They're actually just a bit flat and really. In fact, the colours look better on this camera than they do through my own eyes. Let me see the new cover with my own eyes. Empire Strikes Back. So there we are. So that's the original trilogy, but in fact it's 4, 5, 6. To be joined now by these ones too. Oh. I've got a few more to do yet. Anyway, that's it for this unwrapping. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.